The silence in the courtroom, it just shattered. After days of testimony that sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond, Cassie Ventura has finally stepped down from the stand in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. But hold on. Before you think you know how this chapter ends, think again. What explosive revelations were unleashed in those final, crucial hours? What raw, unfiltered emotions spilled out that could forever alter how we see this case? And what desperate last-minute gambits did both legal teams deploy as the clock ticked down on Ventura's time? Forget the headlines you've skimmed. This isn't just about a celebrity trial. It's about power, control, and the long shadow of alleged abuse. For 4 intense days, we've listened to Cassie Ventura's account, a story that has painted a disturbing picture of her relationship with Sean Combs. But today, as her testimony concluded, the courtroom became a battleground for truth, memory, and the very definition of consent. Imagine the tension as the defense, knowing their time was running out, pressed Ventura on the 2016 hotel altercation and the deeply troubling freak-offs. Did they finally land a critical blow to her credibility? Did they unearth inconsistencies that could sway the jury? And then, the unexpected twist. A video of Combs talking about God presented as a key piece of evidence. Why was this video ultimately blocked from the jury's eyes? What secrets did its audio hold, and how did Ventura's reaction in that moment speak volumes, even without the visuals being shown? But it was Ventura's raw, tearful declaration that truly stopped everyone in their tracks. The $20 million settlement, a figure that once seemed monumental, suddenly became insignificant as she stated she'd give it all back to erase the alleged trauma of the freak-offs. What drove this powerful outburst? Was it a genuine outpouring of pain, a strategic move, or something far more complex? How will the jury interpret this moment of profound vulnerability? And just when you thought Ventura's story was complete, the prosecution stepped back into the arena for their redirect examination. What crucial points did they need to hammer home? How did they attempt to counter the defense's relentless questioning and reinforce their narrative of sex trafficking and coercion? Did they succeed in solidifying Ventura's account, or did the defense's final cross-examination leave lasting doubts? Even as Ventura seemingly concluded her testimony, the defense wasn't done. A final, pointed recross-examination focused on the chilling dynamic of fear and the alleged consequence of refusing Combs' demands. What were they hoping to achieve with this last line of attack? Were they trying to paint Ventura as someone driven by a desire to maintain the relationship rather than a victim of absolute coercion? Beyond the legal sparring, echoes of the past reverberated through the courtroom. Text messages from years after their breakup revealed a surprising exchange between Ventura and Combs. Expressions of missing each other, congratulations on her pregnancy, even hopes for forgiveness. What do these glimpses into their post-relationship dynamic truly signify? Do they complicate the narrative of abuse, or do they highlight the manipulative complexities of their long and entangled history? And finally, the curtain was drawn on Ventura's career aspirations, allegedly stifled by Combs' control and the demands of the freak-offs. How does this suppressed ambition factor into the larger picture of power and influence in their relationship? So, as Cassie Ventura's time on the stand concludes, the real questions begin. What was the one piece of evidence that truly resonated with the jury? Did the defense successfully plant seeds of doubt, or did Ventura's emotional testimony solidify her claims? What secret strategies are the legal teams now plotting as they move into the next phase of this explosive trial? And ultimately, after all the tears, all the accusations, all the carefully crafted legal arguments, what will be the single most crucial factor that determines the verdict in this landmark case? The answers are likely to shock you, and they're all coming up right here on CE Trends. Don't go anywhere. Day 5 in the Sean Diddy Combs trial dawned with a palpable sense of anticipation. After 4 intense days on the stand, Cassie Ventura's testimony was expected to conclude, making this a pivotal moment for both the prosecution and the defense. The courtroom buzzed with the unspoken question: what final revelations would emerge as the defense had their last opportunity for cross-examination? And how would the prosecution attempt to solidify their case during redirect? Reports from inside the courtroom painted a picture of Sean Combs, ever present, observing every nuance of Ventura's testimony. His demeanor, often described as serious and focused, underscored the high stakes of these proceedings. The defense team, acutely aware that their time with Ventura was drawing to a close, launched into their final lines of questioning, revisiting key areas such as the 2016 hotel altercation and the deeply controversial freak-offs. Their aim was clear: to elicit responses that could cast doubt on Ventura's credibility and the prosecution's narrative of coercion and abuse. The defense continued to probe the nature of the relationship, presenting text messages and seeking to highlight instances that might suggest a degree of consent or even affection. However, Ventura's responses often carried the weight of her past experiences, particularly when the topic of the freak-offs arose. In a moment that underscored the alleged psychological impact, Ventura reiterated her willingness to forego the significant civil settlement if it meant she had never been subjected to those experiences. This powerful statement served as a stark reminder of the emotional core of her testimony. An interesting point of contention arose with the defense's attempt to introduce a video of Combs speaking about God sent to Ventura after the 2016 hotel incident. While the audio was briefly heard in court, the video itself was ultimately deemed inadmissible by Judge Aaron Subramanian. This decision highlighted the careful scrutiny applied to all pieces of evidence and the judge's role in ensuring fairness and relevance for the jury. As the cross-examination neared its end, the defense focused on specific details surrounding the 2016 altercation and Ventura's recollections of Combs' state of mind. They questioned her about whether she believed Combs was blacked out during the incident, a point Ventura clarified by stating her belief he was intoxicated, while acknowledging the subjective nature of the term blackout. This line of questioning appeared to be an attempt to mitigate Combs's responsibility for his alleged actions. The jury was also shown a powerful text message Ventura sent to Combs shortly after the 2016 incident, expressing her feeling of being treated like a rag doll during his outbursts. This raw communication provided a direct and emotional account of the alleged abuse, directly contradicting any attempts to portray their relationship as consistently consensual. The defense revisited the issue of Combs taking Ventura's phone on multiple occasions, often fueled by jealousy. Ventura confirmed this controlling behavior, linking it to Combs's suspicions of her interactions with other men. She also offered a nuanced perspective on dating other people during periods when she and Combs were not in a clearly defined relationship. A significant moment involved the jury hearing a recording of Ventura threatening a man in 2014 who claimed to have a sexually explicit video of her. Ventura testified that Combs had urged her to address the situation. The recording, with Ventura's forceful language, added another layer of complexity to her narrative and raised questions about her own actions within the context of her relationship with Combs. The defense also briefly touched upon the couple's use of an escort service and Ventura's concerns about their privacy. Additionally, Ventura's mental health treatment for PTSD in 2023 was discussed, with the defense seemingly attempting to explore its potential impact on her memory and testimony. As the cross-examination concluded, the prosecution had their opportunity for redirect examination. Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson sought to clarify points raised by the defense and reinforce Ventura's account. This included revisiting the text messages where Combs expressed love for Ventura, with Ventura explaining that while there were periods of kindness, they were not lasting. She also testified about how Combs' moods affected her entire life and stunted her music career, effectively making her feel like a sex worker at times, a statement the judge later struck from the record. During redirect, Ventura was asked directly if she doubted that Combs raped her, to which she firmly replied, no. She also reiterated that her decision to cancel a 2023 tour was due to the emotional toll of confronting her past, not the financial settlement. Following the redirect, the defense had a brief recross examination, focusing on Ventura's fear of Combs leaving her if she refused the freak-offs. Ventura clarified that she learned over time that this was an expectation. In a powerful and emotional moment, when questioned again about the civil settlement and the freak-offs, Ventura tearfully stated she would give the money back to have her agency and autonomy. She also confirmed that breaking free from her contract with Combs' Bad Boy Records was a struggle. Finally, after her testimony concluded, the prosecution and defense teams took a break before calling the next witness. Day 5 marked the end of Cassie Ventura's time on the stand, leaving the jury to consider the extensive and often emotionally charged testimony she had provided. The trial now moves forward, with the prosecution continuing to present its case. At C-Trends, we strive to provide you with comprehensive and insightful coverage of significant celebrity news, particularly when it involves complex legal proceedings like the Diddy Combs trial. Day 5 marked the conclusion of Cassie Ventura's testimony, a pivotal moment that offered a multifaceted view of her relationship with Combs. Our aim is to go beyond the surface-level reporting, providing you with the context and analysis necessary to understand the legal strategies, the emotional undercurrents, and the potential implications of this case. We are committed to being your trusted source for navigating the complexities of celebrity news with clarity and depth. What were your key takeaways from Cassie Ventura's testimony on Day 5 and across the entire 4 days she was on the stand? What specific moments or exchanges do you think will have the biggest impact on the jury? Share your thoughts and interpretations in the comment section below. Your engagement is a vital part of the C-Trends community. If you value our in-depth analysis and up-to-date coverage of high-profile celebrity trials and entertainment news, please take a moment to subscribe to C-Trends and turn on notifications. By joining our community, you'll stay informed about the latest developments and gain a deeper understanding of the stories shaping the entertainment world. Your support allows us to continue delivering the quality content you expect. To further explore the complexities of this trial and related themes, we recommend watching the following videos on the C-Trends channel. Cassie's testimony ends today. What secrets will be revealed? Or Cassie back on stand? What happened after lunch? And the looming questions. Thank you for staying informed with C-Trends. We will continue to follow every development in the Diddy Combs trial, providing you with the insightful analysis you've come to expect. Stay tuned for more updates as the trial progresses.